Good morning, everyone. Welcome to MBA Karo. So, in this series of current affairs for XAT 2024, today I'm going to take some questions from December 2023, which might possibly be relevant for your XAT. Okay, so as I said that current affairs for the past 4 or 5 months would suffice because most of the questions around of you talk about the current affairs 70 to 80% would be around this period. So in today's video we are going to discuss some of the important events of December 2023 which you can expect in the exam. If you are new to the channel, please don't forget to subscribe to this wonderful channel where you get the best content for all MBA entrance exams. So let's begin with the first question. Which country has approved a proposal by China's Sinopec to build a four? So there is a country which has approved a proposal by China's Sinopec. So Sinopec is a Chinese company, okay, which is into oil and all. So which country is going to have this oil refinery built by Chinese company? Since it's a big deal and it impacts international relations as well, right? 4.5 billion is not a small amount, it's a very huge amount. So the right answer is Sri Lanka. So Hamban Tota is one of the uh, largest ports in Sri Lanka. So if you, it is based in South Sri Lanka. When you see the south of Sri Lanka का ऐसा कुछ map होता है, it is somewhere here. So it is one of the largest ports in Sri Lanka and holds strategic importance when you talk about trade and all. So China has decided to build this port and they have approved this proposal. Okay, so here's the next question. The first ever United Nations World Basketball Day was observed across the globe on which day? Now, this is for the very first time that UN is celebrating an international day of a team sport. Okay. वैसे आप व्हाट्सएप यूनिवर्सिटी में आता ना कि यूएन ने ये किया वो किया those are all fake things but this is genuinely the first time UN is observing an international day for a sport. So it like the reason for celebrating it is to promote that sports bring solidarity across the globe. So they started with this World Basketball Day. Any one of you know about this fact? Any basketball enthusiast? World Basketball Day. So it was observed for the first time on 21st December. So going forward, it will be observed every year. This is by UN World Basketball Day. Okay, so let's see the next question. Bharat Adivasi Party, a tribal rights party, is based in which state? So very recent party formed in 2023 itself, 10 September 2023 को develop की गई by Rajkumar Roat. So earlier he was a part of Bharati Tribal Party. Okay, he left the party and formed his own party named as Bharati Adivasi Party. This is, you can say, the symbol of it, a flag with BAP written in the center. So it's a tribal party based in which state? Acha, you know where were elections held recently? So this party is based in Rajasthan. So in Rajasthan, it secured three seats, and in Madhya Pradesh also it won one seat. So it is a very recently formed party, formed in September, and they contested elections in Rajasthan and Madhya Pradesh, winning three seats in Rajasthan, your legislative elections, and one in uh, one in Madhya Pradesh. Yes, Madhya Pradesh, Chhattisgarh, Rajasthan, Telangana, even in Mizoram. Okay, so do read about who are the ministers, चीफ मिनिस्टर वैसे तो कम पूछते चीफ मिनिस्टर के बारे में बट यस यू शुड नो बिकॉज न्यू चीफ मिनिस्टर्स हैव बीन फॉर्म्ड इन these states. All right, so let's see the next question. Who was named Times Magazine Athlete of the Year 2023? Now these could be important questions. Like Time Magazine ये Person of the Year, Forbes ये वो like this happens in the month of December. They generally announce these people, right? And often we've seen in the past that they do ask questions on these. I think last to last year ऐसे कुछ पूछा था Times Person of the Year also. Athlete of the Year for 2023. नीरज चोपड़ा, विराट कोहली, जोकोविक, मेसी और लेब्रॉन जेम्स. If you've not heard of it, the right answer is Messi, athlete for the year 2023. All right, so let's look at the next question. Which European country has withdrawn from China's Belt and Road Initiative in December 2023? If you attended the previous session, which was on November, I did discuss the same thing there as well. So November में Philippines had withdrawn from it, and in December one European country withdrew from it. तो उस दिन जिसने class attend की होगी, they might have known it. And yes, of course, if you read current affairs, you must be aware of this fact that which country withdrew from China's Belt and Road Initiative. Finland, Norway, Italy, France, or Germany? Yes, the right answer is Italy. Because then we बताया था कि like in November, Philippines withdrew from it, and December, Italy withdrew from it. India recently celebrated its 50 years of diplomatic ties with which country in December 2023? 50 years of diplomatic ties. International relations are important not only for this GK but somewhere in GEPI you might be asked questions based on these things. 50 years of diplomatic ties. बांग्लादेश बांग्लादेश तो 1971 में बन गया था तो ऑफ कोर्स 21 में हो गया था. The right answer is Republic of Korea, basically South Korea. So India started the diplomatic ties in 1973 and 2023, 50 years it observed. Well, let's move ahead. Lal Pui is the first ever women cabinet minister of which state? इसे थोड़ा गेस किया जा सकता है बिकॉज ऑफ द रिसेंट इलेक्शंस. फर्स्ट एवर women cabinet minister of which state? The right answer is Mizoram. So she is the cabinet minister of uh, women and tribal affairs. Yeah, I think women or social or tribal affairs, something like that. You can just confirm it. But this is in Mizoram. इसे guess कर सकते थे कि because Mizoram had recently election, so new cabinet was formed there. So Lal Ren. So I hope you are enjoying this session. So please don't forget to like this video. Here's the next question. The Southwestern Railway has started the restoration of heritage railway stations Doda Jala, Devanhalli, Avatihalli, and Nandi Halt. Okay, these stations are located in which state? So, restoration of heritage railway stations. So, quite old railway stations, and these are heritage sites of that particular state. So, which state are these stations located? So if you happen to belong to one of these states, you should know it or have lived in any of these states. Has anyone lived in Bangalore or any place in Karnataka? If you've even lived in those states, like if you've lived in Karnataka, then you would have guessed it. क्योंकि हल्ली in Kannada means village. This is north में बिहार बोलते हैं ना. So here like it's a term for village. So a lot of words that end in Halli. Like if you've lived in Bangalore or any place in Karnataka, you must have noticed this. Okay, so these are all places. मतलब जो अगर कभी रहा होगा कर्नाटका में, they would have guessed this answer correctly because ये हल्ली हल्ली करके जैसे मारत हल्ली, okay, Devan Halli. There are a lot of places in Bangalore which end in Halli. So earlier I used to wonder what is it since I've lived there in the past. So I used to wonder what is it. कि हर जगह हल्ली हल्ली होता है. So I got to know कि okay, this is some Kannada word, and then later I figured out that it means village. So if someone has been to Bangalore or lived there or is from, so if someone is from Karnataka, then obviously they would know, must be knowing these places. So the right answer is Karnataka. Okay, so let's see the next question. Who has become the first world leader to reach 2 crore subscribers on their official YouTube channel? 2 crore subscribers. काश मेरे भी हो जाते 2 करोड़ सब्सक्राइबर्स. हम तो 2 लाख भी नहीं हुए. 2 लाख भी होने में पता नहीं कितने साल लगेंगे. 2 crore subscribers. First world leader. Now, even if you do not know answer to some of the questions, it is easy to guess them. मतलब अगर नहीं भी पता है, some in some cases, like for example, it is quite easy to guess अगर सब्सक्राइबर्स हैं तो पॉपुलेशन ज्यादा होनी चाहिए उस कंट्री की. ठीक है, ये आप गैस कर सकते हो. like even if you do not know the fact, you would go for नरेंद्र मोदी. ठीक है, popular on social media. Okay, and large fan base. A country with the highest population, so obviously it is a logical guess. ठीक है, अगर आपको नहीं भी फैक्ट पता तो some cases logic might work, in many cases it won't. Okay, so the right answer is Narendra Modi. Are you a subscriber of Narendra Modi? Do let me know if you are one of those 2 crore people who has subscribed to his channel. Under what brand name the central government has recently decided to sell rice at 25 per kilo through the public distribution system? So the price of rice has gone up in order to provide rice at a subsidized price through public distribution system. You know what is public distribution system? वो जो राशन की दुकानें होती है, राशन कार्ड से राइस मिलता है, rice and other things. So the government has decided to sell rice at 25 per kilo for those BPL people. So what is that brand name that they are using for it? Now this has good questions, so the good options, so maybe uh, you might get tricked into it. So many people would answer Annapurna for it, कि नाम से लग रहा है, but that is not the answer. The right answer is Bharat. Okay, so this Bharat scheme, they are selling rice at 25 rupees per kg. The Hump World War II Museum was recently inaugurated in which state? Might be tested. So let me tell you the story behind it. Hump क्यों कहा जाता है? What is hump? Like if you know the meaning of the word, English word hump, हम कहीं have you heard this word hump? Camel में पढ़ा है. अच्छा इसके options like hump you must have heard in camel. ठीक है. So hump is basically a kind of a bulge. Yeah, hump is a bulge. Now what happened in World War II? There were allied powers. Okay. So here it was China. China was fighting Japan. ठीक है. तो चाइना की मदद करने कौन आएगा? Yeah, it is related to camel's hump. Camel's hump means a bulge. चाइना की मदद किसने की होगी? So if China was fighting Japan, who would have assisted China? Not India. Definitely India was not an independent country back then and not so strong as well. Japan का enemy कौन था World War II में? It was US. So I'm just telling fact, interesting fact, why it was known hump behind it. So US would help China because US की जापान से फाइट थी. ठीक है. US assisting China तो इंडिया के रास्ते आ रहा था. इंडिया में पड़ गए पहाड़. ठीक है. हिमालयाज आ गए यहाँ पे. Now Himalayas is a bulge, isn't it? Himalayas is high rise mountain, so bulge. यहाँ पे बहुत सारे एयर क्रैश हो गए. So this event is called this region they called it the hump because it was difficult to enter China through this region. There were a lot of air crashes in this region. That is why they called it the hump. Okay, so in order to commemorate that, to pay homage to those aircrafts that crashed in this region, Arunachal Pradesh recently inaugurated. So this there's an interesting story behind it. ठीक है, तो आपको अब स्टोरी पता चल गई. You will always remember this answer just in case you happen to encounter this question anywhere. Okay, so US planes, they were assisting China during that period, and it was difficult to difficult to pass these Himalayas. Okay, because of extreme conditions, and this led to several air crash in this region, and hence to in the memory of those planes, they have created this museum, Hump World War II Museum. So it is inaugurated in Arunachal Pradesh. Okay, so interesting fact. Which country was re-elected to the International Maritime Organization with the maximum votes? So International Maritime Organization, it for basically those shipping trade, basically trade through ships and all. Okay, it is headquartered in London. So one of the countries was re-elected to it. So there were 10, basically there were 10 countries that were re-elected. Okay, which of them received the highest number of votes? Right answer is India. I mean, the number of votes was very high. I was reading somewhere 157 out of 167 or something like that. Okay, so India was re-elected to this International Maritime Organization recently. All right, so here's the next question. Which Indian state received global acclaim for afforestation efforts at the COP28 summit at Dubai? Okay, maybe this question might not be of that importance, but this is very important topic in case you are preparing for GDVAT COP28. Now this is something which you know you cannot apply logic to this particular question. The right answer to this question is Bihar. All right, so let's see the next question. Indian Navy re-inducted the ship INS Tarmugli, gifted and decommissioned by which country? INS Tarmugli. So it was re-inducted into the Indian Navy. Gifted by which country? Actually, it was gifted back in May 2023. Heard of this news? Okay, आज के जो questions हैं, seems not many of you have heard of these facts. So it was like a ship built in 2001 by India, which was named by INS Tilanchang, some name like was this. Okay, and in 2006, it was gifted to Maldives. Okay, so 2006 India का था 2001 में 2006 India gifted to Maldives. So 2006 to 2023 Maldives used it. Okay, and in May 2023 they gifted back to India. And recently in December it was re-inducted into the into usage. So फिर से use में आ गया. So this was gifted by Maldives. Now it is named as INS Taramugli. So Tarmugli, I guess there is a place in Andaman or some region. I was reading about the history, why it is, what is the name behind Tarmugli. Okay, why was it named? So it's some place there, island in Andaman or somewhere. So this was gifted by Maldives. India ने Maldives को gift किया, Maldives ने कुछ साल use किया, now they have given back to India and it is in use again. So I hope you are finding this session valuable and interesting. Please don't forget to like this video India's first ever gyrocopter safari is to be launched in which state? Gyrocopter safari. What is gyrocopter safari? Any guess? अगर gyrocopter आंसर नहीं पता. Gyrocopter is a kind of helicopter safari, right? Whereas I think two-seater होता है. So you travel using helicopter to places. Like you have camel safari, you have jeep safari, etc. So gyrocopter is a sort of uh, helicopter. Okay, तो इससे थोड़ा guess कर सकते हो. So the right answer is Uttarakhand because there are a lot of hilly places, religious places, and other places wherein it is difficult to climb. Okay, so India is going to come up with this gyrocopter safari so that tourists can visit these places through helicopters. A newly discovered species of bacteria that could transform agricultural practices is named after whom? I think बैक्टीरिया के नाम रखने लग गए लोग after some person. So I found this news interesting. So sometimes there are some uh, there may be questions on these kind of things as well. Just covering it. ऐसे कोई बहुत बड़ी बात नहीं है. बट कभी कभी आ जाता है ना रैंडम क्वेश्चन. देयर आर सम मेन स्ट्रीम क्वेश्चंस, new appointments, awards, sports, etc. And sometimes there are some these random facts which are being tested in the exams. So, new species of bacteria. Now, if you know the context, then you would answer it correctly. Suppose I tell you Vishwa Bharati University, or of course, it will be a botanical department. They discovered a bacteria. विश्व भारती यूनिवर्सिटी कहाँ है पता है? विश्व भारती यूनिवर्सिटी it is in Shanti Niketan. Okay, so it is named after Ravindranath Tagore. Okay, so it is place. So it is name is coming in. Okay, the Pantoi Tagoria ऐसे कुछ नाम है इस बैक्टीरिया का. Okay, so that is the scientific name of this bacteria. So named after Ravindranath Tagore. Okay. Again these kind of sometimes they ask like कौन से इंस्टीट्यूट के alumni ने ये किया. लास्ट ईयर एक XLRI के alumni का भी पूछा था उन्होंने. So alumni of which institute gifted rupees 57 crore to their institute to support key academic projects and research landscape. Acha, by the way, XAT has released that it is going to have 103 questions. Okay, हमने कल एक रिलीज कर दिया 26, 21, 28. लास्ट ईयर 22 था, वो नहीं होगा. देन 25 जीके and 3 essay topics. You will have to write one of the 3 essays. Okay, कल मेल आ गया होगा, check that. Last year it was 26, 22, 28. Now this is 26, 21 एंड 20 एक मेल आया उसमें लिखा था ऐसा. ओके दिस न्यूज़ मे बी अ लॉट ऑफ यू मस्ट हैव हर्ड ऑफ इट क्योंकि ऐसी न्यूज़ बहुत ज़्यादा सर्कुलेट हो जाती है. आईआईटी मुंबई 1998 बैच. Okay, so based on their silver jubilee, they donated rupees 57 crores. So it is the largest by any alumni association gifted to their institute. Which team won the Vijay Hazare Trophy 2023? And they won it for the very first time. Vijay Hazare Trophy is the like you have international tournaments at national level. There are basically टेस्ट में होता है रणजी ट्रॉफी जैसे टेस्ट टेस्ट के फॉर्मेट का होता है. ठीक है. वनडे का जो फॉर्मेट होता है उसकी होती है विजय हजारे ट्रॉफी. एंड जो T20 का फॉर्मेट होता है वो होती है सैयद मुश्ताक ट्रॉफी. If you are a cricket enthusiast, okay, if you say that your hobby is watching cricket and you write in any of your forms and all, especially GDPI के perspective से बता रहा हूँ, please do read about this. Okay, because I had uh, when I used to appear for interviews, I used to write my hobbies as watching cricket. So not in one, but it has happened with me three times that they have asked about these trophies. They asked me who is the winner of Syed Mushtaq Trophy, Vijay Hazare Trophy, okay, Ranji Trophy, who has won the most number of times, etc. So, in case you say that watching cricket is your hobby, they won't ask you कि ODI World Cup कौन जीता था, right? So, if you mention something as hobby, you should know things in depth. नॉट नहीं कि हवाई बातें बताए कि ठीक है ट्रेविस हेड ने 100 मार दी थी इतना नहीं. यू शुड नो अबाउट दीज थिंग्स एज वेल. सो हरियाणा वन इट फॉर द फर्स्ट टाइम बीटिंग राजस्थान. Okay, so let's move to the next question. Tropical cyclone Jasper affected which country? So recently there was a tropical cyclone Jasper. Which country did it affect? So it impacted Australia. So it was a major cyclone in Australia which happened recently. Who is Time Magazine's Person of the Year 2023? ये important है. ये टाइम्स मैगजीन फोर्ब्स मैगजीन ये जो लिस्ट विस्ट निकालते हैं इससे कुछ ना एक क्वेश्चन तो आ ही जाता है. हर्ड ऑफ इट. ये तो इम्पोर्टेंट आई वुड से कि इम्पोर्टेंट है एग्जाम पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू से एंड एवरीवन मस्ट नो दिस फैक्ट. ओके ये पहला आंसर ऐसा लग रहा है जिसमें कई लोग सही आंसर दे रहे हैं. यस द राइट आंसर इज टेलर स्विफ्ट. Okay, she's a singer songwriter. You know about it. Okay, and another fact about it is that she is the first woman to feature for two times. So in 2017, it was not a person, but it was a group of people who were called silence breakers. ओके 2017 में एक साइलेंस ब्रेकर्स करके ग्रुप था. सो शी वाज आल्सो अ पार्ट ऑफ दिस ग्रुप इन द सेंस दैट साइलेंस ब्रेकर वाज ऑन crimes against women. Okay, so there were some six people, set of six people who were awarded that year as well, named as silence breaker. So Taylor Swift was a part in this as well. Okay, and 2023 she received Times Magazine's Person of the Year. Correct answer. So let's see the next one. This also I am sure that you might be knowing, and it is an important question also क्योंकि artificial intelligence में काफी चीजें पूछी जाती हैं. Gemini is a new and powerful AI model from which company? काफी न्यूज में था ये अभी recently, and I assume that you do read about all these news. Microsoft, Google, Amazon, Apple, or Meta? Gemini AI. Heard of it? Yes, the right answer is Google. So Google launched this thing recently. Who is the Indian origin novelist to be awarded Singapore's highest arts accolade, the Cultural Medallion? Singapore's highest arts award. Who is she? Indian origin author. So of course she lives in Singapore, but she is of Indian origin. Okay, as you see, can see from the names as well. Now, sometimes you get questions like this, like some Indian winning award elsewhere. Okay, yeah, Indian origin person receiving some award, some big award, etc. The right answer is Meera Chand. From which country has India resumed import of crude oil after 3 years? So India had stopped its intake of crude oil from a particular country in 2020, and after 3 years, India has resumed the import of crude oil. So which country is it? And it was one of the not the biggest, but yes, uh, a good supplier of good amount of supplier of crude oil to India. मतलब टॉप 10 में तो रहा ही होगा एटलीस्ट. So from which country India resumed import of crude oil? The right answer is Venezuela. Yeah, so there were sanctions imposed on Venezuela by US that they cannot do exports and all, which were lifted recently. So India has resumed the import of crude oil. So I hope you are liking this session, and it will prove helpful to you. So remember that there will be 25 questions and they have mentioned that 15 current affairs. I have covered current affairs. Static is too vast. Focus on current affairs, and there is no sectional cutoff in GK. Okay. If you're targeting non-XLRI institutes, they do not consider those scores, right? So बहुत ज़्यादा load लेने की जरूरत नहीं है. 25 questions होते हैं, no negative, so mark all the questions. So in the essay writing part, try to finish these 25 questions in 5 minutes. उससे ज़्यादा टाइम मत है ना, फटाफट फटाफट मार्क कर लेना, because you have to type the essay also. And in the examination you will be given 5 minutes to test your keyboard. ठीक है, तो कीबोर्ड टेस्टिंग ढंग से कर लेना. Just giving tip for the examination. कई बार ऐसा होता है कि आप, ठीक है, आप 5 मिनट में वॉशरूम चले गए या कुछ ऐसे इधर उधर चले गए, सो मेक श्योर दैट यू डोंट डू दैट. Okay, test your keyboard first and then do any such thing, right? Because if the keyboard is not working fine and then you start typing the essay and then you ask for it, then realize it. So better use that time to utilize it. So if you're seriously targeting XLRI, GK, there will be 25 questions. Even if you get 7 8 correct, that's a decent enough. There is no cutoff as such, but if your score is too low, then it might leave a bad impact on them. वो देखते हैं, they don't like directly evaluate it, but yes, they do consider it. अगर मान लो आपके 2 3 marks आए 25 में से, so they would obviously say that this person has very poor current affairs. Okay, so ensure that करंट अफेयर्स यूजुअली कवर हो जाते हैं, और स्टैटिक, ठीक है, इफ यू नो इट इज वास्ट थिंग टू कवर. सो सिंस इससे कट ऑफ नहीं होती, सो डोंट वरी टू मच अबाउट इट. बट इफ इट वाज अ डिसाइडिंग factor, then of course you would have focused on it. Okay, so please do like this video and share it with your friends as well. Foxconn will invest $1.5 billion dollars to expand India operations. It is the world's largest contract manufacturer of electronics based in which country? Foxconn. Heard of it? नाम तो सुना होगा Foxconn करके. So Foxconn basically Apple के लिए भी, iPhone के लिए भी फेमस है. So it is a contract manufacturer. इलेक्ट्रॉनिक डिवाइसेस के जो पार्ट्स एंड ऑल बनाता है. नाम सुना होगा आपने फॉक्सकॉन का. इट इज बेस्ड इन चाइना, दिस ताइवान. या राइट, ताइवान इज द राइट आंसर. ओके, आईफोन का भी काफी अच्छा इसका, मतलब वो मेन जो मैन्युफैक्चरिंग करता है वो ये करता है. ओके, which country has been elected as the vice chairperson of the UNESCO executive board for 2023 to 25 from Asia Pacific group? Now this would be a surprising answer. Vice chairperson of the UNESCO executive board for 23 to 25, 2 years term. Surprising, the answer is Pakistan. So I was reading about it, and like Pakistan got 38 votes, India got 18 votes. Okay, so it was questioned that like what went wrong in India that India could not win this membership. Okay, which of the following personalities is not listed among the Forbes 2023 World's 100 Most Powerful Women? Okay, so ये Forbes की list, Times की list, most powerful women, most powerful ये वो, person of the year, etc. Okay, so इनसे कुछ ना कुछ कहीं ना कहीं question आएगा, and I think we have done 2 3 questions today itself, in the previous also, sports person of the year, etc etc. So those questions are important. So which of these personalities is not listed in this list? So top five in the list are Ursula von der Leyen. She is the European Commission president. And then you have Christine Lagarde, Kamala Harris, Georgia Meloni, and Taylor Swift. These are the top five. Okay, so I'm sure you must be knowing the name of these three. इन दोनों के नाम भी पता होने चाहिए. These are the top two. So which of these personalities from India is not present in the race? So basically, out of 100, four are Indians. वैसे थोड़ा गेस कर सकते हो. See, Nirmala Sitharaman is 32nd in the list, rank 32. ठीक है, like among the Indians, she is the first finance minister of India. Then you have Roshni Nadar Malhotra at 60. ठीक है, Roshni Nadar Malhotra is that HCL chairman. Soma Mondal at 70. She is the CEO of SAIL. She is also called some Steel Queen of India, some kind of title, Steel Queen or uh, Steel Queen ही होगा लेडी के लिए तो और कुछ होगा. Then Kiran Mazumdar Shaw is in 76 rank or something. She is the founder and chairman of Biocon pharmaceutical company. So Neeta Ambani is not in this list. Okay, so we have four Indian women in this list: Nirmala Sitharaman, Roshni Ladar Malhotra, Soma Mandal, Kiran Mazumdar. I think last year also they were present in the list. ठीक है, so ये ऑलमोस्ट हर साल रहते हैं. निर्मला सीतारमन ऑलवेज टॉप्स दैट लिस्ट. 40 लास्ट ईयर शी वाज आई थिंक 41 or so. So this year she is 32, rank 32. Rank is not important, but you should know there are four people listed, and who are those? Or maybe they might ask you about that who is Soma Mondol listed in this Forbes 2023 world's 100 most powerful women. Okay. So, and if they ask you for the global leader, then that is Ursula von der Leyen, who is the European Commission president. Okay. All right. So let's look at the next question. Which company has recently launched India's first sodium-ion battery technology? First sodium-ion battery technology. The right answer is KPIT Technologies. Okay, this question I expect all of you to answer. I mean, don't know if they are non-cricket enthusiasts, they won't know the answer. But if you uh, are aware of cricket, of course you will know. If you are active on social media also, then also you will know. ठीक है, so अगर क्रिकेट के पर्सपेक्टिव से नहीं तो सोशल मीडिया के पर्सपेक्टिव से आंसर पता होगा. बीसीसीआई recently announced the retirement of the former Indian cricketer Mahendra Singh Dhoni's iconic jersey number. So इससे पहले सचिन तेंदुलकर की जर्सी नंबर रिटायर की गई. So what does it mean that no one in Indian cricket can use this jersey again? ठीक है. Yeah, Thala for a reason. So it that was the reason why this thing trended. ठीक है, जो आ रहा था ना कि कुछ भी प्लस करके 2023 आ था 2023 ऐड करके 7 आ गया और कुछ भी वो बना रहे थे 7. तो द रीजन बिहाइंड द ट्रेंड वाज दिस बिकॉज दे रिटायर्ड दैट जर्सी नंबर. ठीक है, कुछ लोग सोचते हैं ना कि ये मीम कहाँ से ट्रेंड हुआ, कोई चीज वायरल हुई तो कहाँ से हुई. सो दिस वाज द एक्चुअल रीजन बिहाइंड इट दैट बीसीसीआई अनाउंस्ड द रिटायरमेंट ऑफ दिस जर्सी नंबर. So now on, no cricketer can use this jersey number 7. Okay. Earlier, Sachin Tendulkar's jersey was retired. So now no one can use 10 as a jersey number. Okay. So maybe in some years, 18 might also get retired. Padma Bhushan awardee Mohini Giri, who passed away recently, was dash. Mohini Giri. Okay. MBA Karo equal to 7. Yes. ये तो पहली बार किसी ने बताया मुझे। इंटरेस्टिंग फैक्ट, आई नेवर रियलाइज्ड that this could be taken as thala for a reason. सेवन्थ जैट का एग्जाम है। So Padma Bhushan awardee Mohini Giri, she passed away recently. She was a social activist, okay, and I think women rights और travel किसी चीज में तो था। Yeah. Okay. In December 2023, the uh, United Nations or UN declared 2024 as the International Year of what? और अब टिस दे रहे मतलब टिस तो इस बार स्क्रैप हो गया। अर्लियर टिस यूज्ड टू आस्क अ लॉट ऑफ क्वेश्चंस ऑन दिस पद्मश्री पद्म भूषण, ठीक है, इसे पद्मश्री मिला, किस फील्ड में मिला, पद्म भूषण मिला, पद्म अवार्डीज काफी पूछते थे। सो 2024 हैज बीन डिक्लेयर्ड एज व्हाट ईयर? देखो 2023 का पता है आपको? 2023 क्या था? 2023 वाज ईयर ऑफ मिलेट्स, ठीक है, अगर आप मिलेट्स आंसर करो दैट वाज 2023। So 2023 was year of millets. 2024 has been named as year of camelids. So camelids covers basically different kind of animals with the hump. Okay, so it involves camels. It has some other also नाम याद नहीं आ रहा और कौन कौन सी वैरायटी होती है which are similar to camels that have hump on their back. Okay, so that is going to be the year of camelids. Okay, so I hope you found this session valuable and would help you know some facts and things, especially इस month में जो था awards वाले जो awards वाले news थी mostly वो काम की होगी। and ये जो यूनेस्को यूएन की कुछ एक declarations etc. and uh, yeah, so cover the like last 3 4 months current affairs, that would be uh, like sufficient for most of the current affairs. Don't emphasize too much, मतलब ऐसा भी नहीं कि इस पे बहुत ज्यादा फोकस रखना है। You have to focus on the other three sections. In the evening I'll create a video on how to attempt strategy कैसे करनी है कि maximize कर सके स्कोर को। Okay. So in case you know someone who is preparing for CAT 2024, you can recommend our CAT course to them. Okay, we have just recently started the classes and that will cover all the sections in depth details, mostly through live classes. And there is dedicated doubt resolution group for the enrolled students and doubt sessions also included in this. So this was current affairs for December. I hope you must have watched the previous months also. So I created from September to December. So mostly जो current affairs आएगा वो यहीं से आएगा। कुछ कुछ हो सकता है अगस्त से भी आ जाए, but this should be enough and like as I said, don't overemphasize too much on GK। ठीक है, अगर आपके आउट ऑफ 25 आर्ट्स 8 से 10 भी सही होता है दैट इज गुड इनफ। इतने बन ही जाते हैं, थोड़ा बहुत स्टैटिक नॉलेज लाइक अनलेस यू कंप्लीटली अवॉइड थिंग्स, ठीक है, 8 to 10 इज मैनेजेबल। ठीक है, और बहुत ज़्यादा भी ऐसा भी नहीं आपको 20+ स्कोर करना है, इवन इफ यू हैव दैट much of score, that is sufficient because that is not evaluated, but it is evaluated at the second stage when they have your PI. They look at those scores, and in case you have very bad scores, they might question you on that. Okay. All right. So thanks for watching this video. Have a great day. Goodbye.